Alrighty then. Well, welcome back to another episode of Casual Play, Casual Help. And if you've seen the last video, you know that I just got absolutely destroyed. But now we're on to episode 1.5, which is back to Achilles. This time we're going to build him as a tank. Now, a big bonus to building tank with a guardian or a warrior is that you're tanky, which is basically no duh. But it's especially annoying for the other team if you're extremely hard to kill, because penetration is just a huge factor when dealing with defense if you're playing against someone with high defense.
Achilles.
And then last episode I said Knight of Mordred was a pretty good skin, but
Achilles.
But also Revenant is pretty good. All that purple and blue, it's pretty. Although with Tiger's Fury and
I shall grace them with my presence.
What brings you under the
and
sea?
this thing, it's a bit iffy for me, but for most skins, it's pretty much just a matter of preference of what you like. And also, this one's pretty good too. If you like the demonic look. But of course, I have none of these skins because I am poor and do not wish to buy gems. So I just open up chests that I get and just hope for the best. And I sure hope that this match will be far different from the previous episode, in which, if you watched the previous episode, that was just a few minutes ago, and we're picking up right up where I left off.
Achilles.
Yes. Oh, great. Although then again, even though that Umoja is a guardian, she did specify that she's going mage, which means that she'll be going damage. And that's a weird thing for people in Smite to do. Like, I've seen guardians go full-on tank builds and still just smack everyone around like they were building damage. And I've seen guardians just go full-on power and just destroy everything, or they just get destroyed themselves because they have zero defense. It's pretty much just up to you with how you want to play. If you want to meme on people, like with Mercury, just go full-on speed, then go for it. And I mean, this series of casual play and casual help is just my personal opinion. I'm not meant to be taken seriously, and if you do, you might want to get your head checked out. Because I'm not someone that you should be following. Because if you want to really get into specifics, like why this item works this way with this god, and why this would be utter crap with this god, I'm not that guy. If you want specifics, go find some other channels. And I can't name any because I don't look them up. So pretty much just explore, learn, experiment, do what you want. But if you want big old broad strokes of how to play the game with the different gods, come to the right place. Alrighty. So as I've stated before with the starters, you can pretty much choose whatever you want. Some starters are better to have than others. Like I've said before, with a team full of healers, you want to start with Tainted Steel, get that early anti-heal going. And I think Anubis might have timed out, so we're just going to be waiting here for a while. So feel free to skip ahead, and we're still waiting. And we're waiting. Nope, there we go.
Good fight?
I hope they do.
Oh, great.
That's too bad.
Well, well, hopefully Anubis comes back. So for tank, I'll go with Sentinel's Gift. Gives good protection, good health, and also every time that a minion or jungle monster is killed, you receive bonus gold and health and mana, or mana, whichever you choose.
If anyone could make this work,
Back
it
with
would
my
be
meditation cloak, and because the enemy team is more magical than physical, for my tank build, I'll be going Genji's Guard, which is really good because every time you're hit with magical abilities, it reduces your cooldown by 3 seconds for all of your abilities that are on cooldown. So overall, more magical, more cooldown. And if you're playing Achilles defense, then being an instigator is still a good tactic to play as. Now this Artemis is extremely out of position, so easy kill. And please don't be like that Artemis with your team. Because getting caught out of position just makes it look like you're feeding. And monkey. And with Artemis as a tank, you really want to get her traps procced, so that your allies don't follow them.
The teammate is down. What's the plan? At least they had each other.
Please let me live.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
And always make sure to thank those that help you.
even this.
And with these, breastplate and hide, if you're going against physicals that are more basic attack based than ability, I would suggest you go Nemean, because it blocks out the basic attack, so you don't take damage from it. And with Artemis building crit, it'll be a good idea to block. It's a good combat dodge. And the big thing to keep in mind when ulting with Achilles is that don't try to move all about erratically. Try to stay focused on one person. Just keep right up on them. But even though if you do that, it's still somewhat easy to miss. And another thing to keep in mind when dealing with the enemy team is that if a god has a movement ability like Bacchus, which with his belly flop, if you can get him to jump on you, and you can basically punish him, he can't run away. Which is why with mages that have movement abilities, you really want to. Thank you, Yamon. You really want to bait it out of them. So if I were to have a movement ability that would be able to catch up with them, I would want to basically damage them enough that would make them think, oh crap, I need to get out of here. Ow. And then once they jump, I jump after them and just keep the fight going. Yeah, as you can see with Minion, if I have a certain amount of protections, I get a block of a basic attack. And the next item would be Oni Hunter's Garb. which gives me damage mitigation for the more enemy gods are around me, which is pretty good as an instigator.
Team's taking damage. I'll fix it.
Uh-oh.
Take this jump. Be right back. Prepare yourself.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've practically taken all of their ultimates to the face and lived. And the thing that I haven't talked about is Achilles' second Radiant Glory.
If anyone could make this work, it would be me.
1 second. Because when it's active, it gives me a heal for every abilities that I hit, and gives me power and more protections and additional crowd control reduction, which is really good, especially if you're going against an enemy team that has a lot of crowd control, or CC, as we all call it in the community. Poke. Raijin isn't building Kronos. That's kind of the first. Because Kronos Pendant with Raijin is really useful. Because Raijin's passive gives him reduced cooldown for every 5th ability that he uses. So pretty much combined with Kronos Pendant, you can just spam till the end of days.
Everything has a use on the battlefield. Even this.
Thanks.
And if you may be wondering why I don't have boots, it's because they removed boots from the game this season. Which I can see that as a good idea, because boots just kind of take up space. Here we go.
Got another teammate. He's getting better and better.
I have no idea what Bacchus is building. That is interesting to say the least. I mean, like I've said, people are basically just build whatever you want. But sometimes you really got to step back and think, is this actually good to build?
If anyone could make this work, it would be me.
Ooh, man.
That can't be good.
Monkey.
Yikes! You have slain an enemy. Your teammate is down. What's the plan?
And I kind of apologize if I just go quiet sometimes, because I don't know what to talk about. This is 1.5. I'm really new to all this commentary stuff. Because I do have videos on where I do speak, but that's usually when I'm playing with other people. And speaking of other people, if you play this game and need someone to play with, I'll gladly fill up your party slot. Because I play other game modes than just Arena. I mainly play it because, as I've said in episode 1, so I can get a full build. And also, this game mode shows you a huge amount of team fights, which is where
That can't be good. The teammate is down. What's the plan?
Come on, Thanatos, you. Oh, you kidding me?
You think an Ursa got another teammate?
Well, that's pretty sad.
You're getting better.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, just look at all that damage I took. To the face, mind you. Alrighty, now it's
Enemy
time
down.
for a
Let's celebrate with some tuna.
Handle of Discord. Now this one's good because it gives good defense for both sides, for physical and magical. And also, once you drop below 33% health, releases out a shockwave, which silences people, so they can't use their abilities.
Everything has a use on the battlefield.
And plus, the
Even
cooldown
this.
reduction it is pretty nice too. Oh yeah, can't believe I haven't mentioned it until now. If you see enemy god channeling an ability, and channeling is when they basically do it for multiple seconds and it hits you multiple times, like what Bacchus is doing. You can use Achilles 1 to stop them, and it's really good for other channelers like Anubis.
Let's hope they both learn their lesson.
Watch
You
yourself.
are a force to be reckoned with.
I'm not sure if you've noticed, but when you play in casual, sometimes you get matches like you're playing in ranked.
Enemy down. Let's celebrate with some tuna.
And of course, I'm not like bringing down anyone that plays differently or plays coordinated, but I mean it's just casual. And you're kind of playing like it's ranked. And if you do that, just kind of stop, maybe just alleviate the gas a little bit. But then again, why do I care?
An enemy has been slain.
Casual play, casual play.
You are a force to be reckoned with. Their battle is over.
Oh, son of a... Yep, there I go again, being absolute water trash.
That can't be good.
Monkey.
Double kill. You're unstoppable. Don't be so dramatic.
Oh
You
wow.
got this.
That's not
Yeah, if you've
good.
seen Hunbatz's build down there, that's a really good build. Except for Jotun's Wrath. Jotun's
If
Wrath is
anyone could
complete
make this work,
trash.
it would be me.
I don't know why he's building that.
The teammate is down. What's the plan?
Now normally for a last item, I choose something that goes more tank or more damage if I'm building Bruiser. But I think doing Gladiator Shield might be pretty good with my high protections.
Can't be good.
Freaking
Enemy
Hunbats.
down. Celebrate with some tuna. Steven Ursa got another teammate. An ally has been slain.
Watch yourself.
And that's a big thing to make sure is that you're pressing your abilities and making them just hitting your abilities. Because from time to time you press your ability and you think that it's going to go off, but psych, doesn't go. So be sure to keep an eye out for that.
Perfect in form and function.
You're getting better and better.
That's too
And be mindful that when you're building tank, you are not going to be doing a whole lot of damage for obvious reasons.
Enemy down. Celebrate with some tuna. At least they had each other.
And also a thing to take into account is that most gods, when they go into their ultimate, are crowd control immune. So you can't stun them, can't root them, can't silence them. And you'll see with some of them that you really shouldn't hit them while their ultimate is active, because you're kind of just wasting your abilities.
A teammate is down. What's the plan?
And much like last game, we were just getting destroyed. But at least we're closer. That's a good thing.
An enemy has been slain. That can't be good. Not bad.
Hey, got him. Well, I think we're approaching the end of the match, so yep, as before, hope you learned something. Best way to learn is from someone else's mistakes.
Shut down. You're getting better and
Oh.
better.
good game.
It's been Casual Play, Casual Help, episode 1.5. Hope you learned something, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.